Things have not worked out for Lionel Messi at Paris Saint-Germain the way we'd all hoped that they would. The Argentine international is still struggling in front of goal, and a change in jersey has proven to be ineffective. Meanwhile, Chelsea are still not giving up on the idea of tying down 3 of their most important players to long-term deals, even though Real Madrid are lurking around the corner. Naturally, fans of Olympique Lyon were not happy to see their star player Bruno Guimaraes leave the club for Newcastle United, but President Jean-Michel Aulas has sought to justify the sale. Real Madrid might be going big this summer, but Los Blancos are also going to make a few crucial signings that might not seem glamorous, but will be very important nonetheless. We have no idea who's going to be Man United manager next season, but we do have a Mauricio Pochettino update that will give you a little perspective. PSG, meanwhile, are going to pull out all the stops to bring in Zinedine Zidane for next season, even though the Frenchman has so far not committed himself to any project. Before we get started, we want to share the sponsor of today's video. The OneFootball app is the ultimate football platform and is a must-have for every football fan, so that you can follow all of your favourite leagues, teams and players all the time right from your phone. You can be sure to turn on notifications for specific players to be instantly alerted when they score a goal or when they're involved in other breaking news. It is the best and easiest way to stay up to date with everything football. Click the link in the description down below to download the app right now. You won't regret it. Mauricio Pochettino is tired of life at PSG. Leonardo is in great difficulty and the club is 2 weeks away from playing Real Madrid. Therefore, there are enough reasons to further reinforce the thesis of seeing Zinedine Zidane arrive at the dugout, and to convince him the Ligue 1 giants are going to leave no stone unturned. At first reluctant and approached several times in recent years, the 3-time Champions League winner as Real Madrid manager, who dreams of one day coaching the French team, knows that Didier Deschamps could finally extend his adventure with Le Bleu. This is quite a boon for Nasser Al-Khelaifi and for PSG, who have dreamed for a very long time of giving the keys to the PSG kingdom to Zidane. In November, rumours surrounding Mauricio Pochettino following the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at United only reinforced the possible arrival of Zidane at the capital. But the decision to sign Ralf Rangnick and the reluctance of PSG to let the Argentinian tactician slip away at this stage of the season put an early end to the rumour. The timing is still not ideal, but Pochettino has the worst win ratio for a coach since the club was bought by the Qataris. The recent Coupe de France elimination at the hands of Nice means that Poch has little time to keep his job, and if PSG crash out of the Champions League against Real Madrid, then alarm bells will be ringing for sure. So we can safely say that PSG are going to do whatever they can imagine to convince Zidane into signing with them. While his adventure with PSG seems to have a specific expiry date, Pochettino can be reassured that he will have a job when he leaves France. PSG thought they'd put an end to the upheavals at their dugout by appointing Pochettino in January 2020. After the volcanic Thomas Tuchel, there was a place for the pragmatic Argentine who had already passed through the club as a player and who had shown that he knew how to lead a long-term project during his time at Tottenham. But now, a year later, it is certain that he will not go beyond his first full season at PSG. The environment isn't good enough for Pochettino, which is why he'll be happy to walk away from Parc des Princes when the time comes. And it appears that a move to Old Trafford is on the cards. Considered the odds-on favourite to take over at United, Poch is reportedly looking forward to the move even though nothing has been set in stone. United are still determined to welcome the 49-year-old and confidence is in order. With a disillusioned PSG on his case, even before the decisive matches of the Champions League, everything is in place for a smooth arrival during the off-season. Despite his mixed record in Paris, Pochettino has a good rating in England, where his stints at Southampton and Tottenham still remembered quite fondly. After several transfer windows where they resisted to be very active, Real Madrid will be one of the main players in the summer market. First of all because, barring a huge turnaround, Los Blancos should have the pleasure of welcoming Kylian Mbappe without having to pay a single penny to Paris Saint-Germain. After that, they will continue making news. There is still a chance that they'll sign Paul Pogba, who also becomes a free agent in the summer. However, Real Madrid have other targets in their sights. For midfield, if they fail to enlist one of the 2 Frenchmen mentioned above, the Spanish club could fall back on the Dutchman from Ajax Amsterdam, Ryan Gravenberch. The 19-year-old Dutchman is under contract until 2023. Recruiting him 1 year from the end of his lease would cost €35 million. Finally, ABC informs us that the future departure of Marcelo, the recurring injuries of Ferland Mendy, and the average confidence of Carlo Ancelotti in Miguel Gutierrez push Madrid to think about the arrival of a left-back. 3 names have been mentioned: Sergio Reguilón from Tottenham, for whom Real Madrid have a buyout clause of €40 million, Jose Luis Gaya of Valencia, and Angelino of RB Leipzig. 2 targets estimated at least €30 million. As for all clubs, it is in a few months that we will be able to judge the transfer window of Olympique Lyonnais. But with the arrivals of Romain Fèvre and Tanguy Ndombele on loan, and the big sale of Bruno Guimaraes for just over €50 million to Newcastle, the Rhone Giants were one of the key players of the winter market. During the presentation of the 2 new recruits, the management of Lyon took stock and seemed to be rather satisfied. Vincent Ponson and Bruno Cheyrou did a good job. In the transfer window, we do not control everything. There is what we hope to do. When the first request came from Newcastle for Bruno Guimaraes, we refused. We wanted economic counterparts, and we were not at the origin or requesting the transfer. The events forced us to think, said President Jean-Michel Aulas, before moving on to why the star midfielder was sold. Even if we were not a seller, we are happy. After the pandemic, as an entrepreneur, it would not have been good not to listen to this proposal. Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel are not giving up, but are no longer under any illusions. For months, the German coach and his board have been fighting to extend 3 of their defenders, Cesar Azpilicueta, Antonio Rudiger, and Andreas Christensen. And today, the Blues expect more to lose their 3 pillars. Azpilicueta is set to sign for Barcelona, while Christensen and Rudiger are still waiting for a big offer. The German is also a bit greedy, since he claims an annual salary of €10 million. Faced with this dragging situation, AS tells us that the London club have chosen to recruit a defender, and not just for the sake of it. The Spanish Daily claims that the Blues will target Eder Militao. The Brazilian is said to be one of Tuchel's priorities, but Chelsea's mission will be very difficult to achieve. At 24, Militao, who was recruited in 2019 for €50 million, has finally managed to impose himself within the Real Madrid defence, in particular after the departures of Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane. So it's hard to imagine Madrid parting ways with their new defensive leader, whose contract expires in 2025, but Chelsea aren't afraid to take a chance. As a reminder, the Londoners tried to sign Marquinhos last summer. To make Paris Saint-Germain bend, they also put €85 million on the table, but in vain. Will they have more success in the Militao case? Lionel Messi has struggled at PSG since leaving from Barcelona. He has only 1 goal in 12 Ligue 1 encounters, and on Monday night, Messi got the opportunity to turn back the clock when PSG took on OGC Nice in the Coupe de France round of 16 game. Messi was able to don the number 10 jersey due to Neymar'S absence. This was the first time he wore the number since leaving Barcelona. Unfortunately, it didn't bring him much luck, as PSG struggled in front of goal for 120 minutes, with the game decided through a penalty shootout. Messi converted his kick, but Xavi Simons and Leandro Paredes both missed, which handed Nice a memorable win over the runaway league leaders. The last time Messi scored in France was in a 3-1 win over Nantes in November, and his last goal came in the 4-1 Champions League win over Club Brugge in December. Since then, the Argentine forward has been fairly ineffective in front of goal.